In the shadowed alleys of Nazi-occupied Paris, whispers spoke of a man who promised salvation but delivered death. This is the chilling tale of Marcel Petiot, the physician who became known as Dr. Satan. Born in 1897 in the quiet town of Auxerre, France, Marcel's childhood was anything but innocent. At just 11 years old, he brought a loaded pistol to school. He was expelled for theft, violence, and even attacking his teachers. The seeds of darkness were already taking root. World War I gave Petiot a new stage. He enlisted, but his time in battle was short. He suffered injuries, mental breakdowns, and was frequently hospitalized. Doctors diagnosed him with various psychological disorders, but he was discharged with full pension. The war had changed many men, but it had twisted Marcel. Back in civilian life, Petiot became a doctor, and surprisingly, a popular one. But behind the curtain, his practice was anything but ethical. He performed illegal abortions, stole from patients, and prescribed addictive drugs without hesitation. To his patients, he was a savior. But in reality, he was preparing for something far more sinister. In 1926, Louise Delavaux, the daughter of one of Petiot's patients, vanished. She was last seen entering his home. Days later, neighbors saw him loading a heavy trunk into his car. That same trunk was later found in a river, filled with decomposing body parts. Yet despite the evidence, Marcel walked free due to lack of proof. Unbelievably, Petiot's criminal cloud didn't hinder his ambition. He was elected mayor of Villeneuve-sur-Yonne. But even as a public servant, scandals followed him. Financial mismanagement, disappearances. Still, he married, had a child, and cloaked himself in the illusion of respectability. In 1940, Paris was under German occupation. Fear and desperation gripped the city. Petiot set up a new clinic at 21 Rue Le Sueur. There, he devised a horrifying scheme. He offered Jews and resistance members safe passage to South America for a fee. They entered his house with hope and were never seen again. In March 1944, smoke billowed from his home. Neighbors complained of a stench. Police investigated, and what they found was unthinkable. Human remains were everywhere, in quicklime pits, in suitcases stuffed in the furnace. Petiot had murdered dozens, perhaps over 60, inside that quiet Parisian home. Petiot vanished. While authorities released his face to the public, he slipped through the cracks using fake names and disguises. Astonishingly, he even joined the French resistance, fighting Nazis under an alias. He was hiding in plain sight, the predator among patriots. Eventually captured, Petiot stood trial in 1946 for 26 murders. He claimed he was killing only enemies of France, Gestapo informants. The jury didn't buy it. On May 25, 1946, Marcel Petiot was executed by guillotine. He died with the same eerie calm that had haunted his victims. Today, his crimes still baffle historians. How did a family man, a war veteran, and a physician descend into such evil? Marcel Petiot reminds us that true horror doesn't always wear a monster's face. Sometimes it wears a stethoscope and a smile.